Our first concern is always students and their ability to safely access school, as well as our employees and their ability to access work. Part of our process in determining if school will remain in session would be to monitor current weather, national weather, but also it's looking at the conditions of the roads as well as what is RTD doing in terms of delay. It's also thinking about the transport of students by parent as well as walking. So we take all of those considerations into hand before making a call. As the executive director, my job is to actually monitor the weather, whether it's sunny or whether it's cold. And so I am actually monitoring all of the weather conditions, but I'm also talking with CDOT as well as assessing what weather conditions are being projected. Starting at about 1 a.m. will receive calls from safety and security, our facilities every hour on the hour, providing me updates in terms of the road conditions as well as any accumulation that we're actually seeing. And we also I receive a call from Skyview Weather about 3 a.m. Providing me an overall update. So there's a lot of consideration that goes into determining if we will allow school to stay in session or if the recommendation will be to close. We weigh in the fact that we have a lot of students and families who depend on the school district to be open, and we're sensitive to the fact that they rely on our schools to be open each and every day, as well as families who really feel like we should call a snow day. And so it's not without a lot of thought and preparation, as well as using all of the information that we receive through media channels, as well as our staff out on the roads to determine if we will keep school in session or if we will close. It is a very tough call, and so we're just very sensitive to how this will impact our families, whether we stay open or whether we close. This year, DPS implemented a delayed start for identified schools. Over the last several years, we've seen an increase in traffic. DPS is unique in the sense that we actually have to access the I-70, I-25, and 225 corridor in order to pick up and transport our students. And so the recommendation and thought was that if we were able to delay a small percentage of our schools by 60 minutes, it would alleviate students being exposed to inclement weather while buses are trying to get to those bus stops to pick up students and transport them to school. The timeline is to make a call to our Chief Operating Officer no later than 3:30 a.m. The superintendent is receiving a call no later than 4 a.m. and the goal is to make sure that it hits any media outlets in the event that we call a school delay, or if we close, that's hitting the media outlets no later than 5 a.m. Transportation just implemented a new tool called the Bus Bulletin, and a Bus Bulletin would allow us in the event that a bus is delayed 10 or more minutes, we would be able to notify families. These are for families that actually and students that actually use the school bus. We would actually be able to notify them, letting them know that buses are delayed. So it provides some type of real-time communication to families, letting them know if a bus is delayed due to inclement weather or mechanical breakdowns, or even if a bus is departing late from a school in the PM. The goal is to ensure that we are able to communicate with our families anytime there may be a potential delay with school buses. The program, Bus Bulletin, will contact families via text message, email, or call. Families have the opportunity to go in and pick how they wish to receive those notifications, but it has the ability to send information to them once their student's bus is delayed. All families that where the students are eligible for transportation are opted into the program automatically, and there is information that is housed on the transportation website that provides additional information. We've tried to be proactive in sending out information to families and schools about this new tool. We're really excited. It is new, but we believe that it will definitely support our ability to communicate with families anytime buses are delayed.